Today I saw your smile again. It felt like sunlight after rain. You didn't see the way I froze. My heart forgot which way to go. I wrote it down just like before, between the lines on page 34. A secret wish I can't confess. You make my quiet life a mess. And maybe it's strange, but it feels so right. Between the lines on page 34, a secret wish I can't confess. You make my quiet life a mess. And maybe it's strange, but it feels so right. You're the thought that tucks me in at night. In my little diary, you live quietly. Every word a piece of you, every page a point of view. You don't know what you mean to me, but you're in every line I see. In my little diary, you stay with me. Your name's between my coffee stains, beside the plans I never changed. I tried to write I'm fine today, but somehow your name got in the way. Your laughter's ink I can't erase, it lingers soft in every space. And though you'll never read these lines, you're the reason my words rhyme. I don't say much, I never do, but every word leads back to you. In my little diary, you live quietly. Every word a piece of you, every page a point of view. You don't know what you mean to me, but you're in every line I see. In my little diary, you stay with me. These pages torn, you'll see where all my love was born. Each crossed out word, each quiet plea was me learning what love could be. In my little diary, you're my secret melody. Every thought, every dream, you're between the lines unseen. Maybe one day you'll finally see you were my favorite story. In my little diary, forever it's you and me. I wrote your name 1,000 times, in margins, notes, and midnight rhymes. The pen runs dry, my heart does too, but every word still points to you. I try to hide the things I feel, pretend my thoughts are small and still, but you keep shining through the gray, like morning light that won't fade away. And I wonder if you ever knew the quiet way I look for you. Between the lines, you're everywhere, in every thought I try to spare. Your shadow hums through what I write. You're my comfort and my quiet fright. Between the lines I can't disguise the way your name fills every side. Even when I try to lie, you're still between the lines. I fold my letters, keep them near, unsent, unread, but still sincere. Each one a true begins and fails to end. Sometimes I think you almost see the words I hide so carefully. And if you did, would you stay the same? Or would you smile and say my name? You're in my dreams in every tune. The spaces hum your quiet blue. Between the lines, you're everywhere. In every breath, in every prayer. Your name is soft, it feels like mine. A song I hum in borrowed time. Between the lines, I can't disguise the way your truth and silence rhyme. Even when I close my eyes, you're still between the lines. Maybe one day you'll find these pages and trace the heart that time erases. Every line I tried to hide was love I never could divide. Between the lines you'll finally see how every word was you and me. My heart was quiet but it tried to speak through ink I couldn't hide. If love was meant to stay confined, you'd still be between the lines. Between the lines. Maybe one day you'll find these pages and trace them. I found the pages folded down. Ink has faded, but the words still sound. Your name remains where hearts once bled. 1,000 thoughts I never said. I used to write you every night in candle glow and borrowed light. Now time has turned those dreams to gray, but I still smile the same old way. I don't regret the things I knew, even if they never reached you. You're my favorite story, the one I never told. A quiet piece of glory that time could never hold. The chapters end and hearts move on. The ink of you still lingers strong. You're my favorite story all along. I read your name, it doesn't ache, just hums like rain the seasons make. You taught me love can bloom and fade and still be beautiful that way. The pen is still, the book is worn, but love was never meant to mourn. It lives in silence, soft and kind, etched forever in my mind. So if you ever find my rhyme, know I loved you once upon a time. You're my favorite story, the one I never told. A quiet piece of glory that time could never hold. And though you'll never turn the page, your light still dances on the stage. You're my favorite story all along. Maybe we were meant to meet, to learn that love is bittersweet. And though the book has reached its end, you'll always be where ink begins. You're my favorite story, not for what we became, but for how I felt when I whispered your name. No fairy tales, no you and me, just love in quiet memory. You're my favorite favorite story, and that's enough for me. I read your name, it doesn't fade, just hums like rain the seasons make. You taught me love can bloom and fade and still be beautiful that way. You're my favorite story all along. I read your name, it does enough for me, became before how I felt when I whispered your name. No fairy tales, no you and me. July still dances on the stage. You're my favorite story all along. Maybe we were meant to meet, to learn that love is bittersweet. And though the book has reached its end, you'll always be where ink begins. You're my favorite story, and that's enough for me. I still remember how you laughed that day. The world got quiet in the sweetest way. You asked my name, I lost my breath. The air felt light, my heart a mess. Your voice was sunlight through the rain, a gentle spark I can't explain. And even now, when skies are blue, that moment still belongs to you. I didn't know what love could be till your eyes found the rest of me. When we first met, the time stood still. My heart forgot what hurt could feel. You smiled and everything made sense. The world felt safe, it all began. When we first met, I couldn't see the start of you, the start of me. Oh, love was soft and so brand new when I first fell for you. The nights grew long but never cold, with every story that you told. You said goodnight, I said it too, and smiled like fools the whole night through. I wrote your name on window glass, it stayed there till the morning passed. Every word you said I kept inside the heart you never left. I didn't need to understand, just wanted you to hold my hand. When we first met, the days were kind, the stars aligned, the sun would shine. Your laugh was all I ever knew. The world began and ended in you. When we first met, I couldn't see the start of love, its melody. Oh, love was soft and so brand new when I first fell for you. Now when I look back on those days, I see the light, I feel the haze. And though we changed, I won't forget how sweet it was when we first met. When we first met, I learned to feel, to dream, to hope, to make it real. And even if it fades someday, I live it all the same, all the way. When we first met, the sky was blue, and love was easy, pure and true. The world was soft, and so were you. We still say hi, but not the same. The tone is so so am I. But silence hums beneath the sky. We laugh but not the way we did. The heart forgets what warmth once hid. I trace your words, they fade too fast. The golden days don't seem to last. We're falling out of time, like echoes lost in rhyme. We used to dance beneath the rain. Now all that's left is fame remains. We're falling out of time. Our stars no longer align. And I can't find the place we knew, the one that felt like home with you. I miss the way you said my name. Now it just sounds like someone else. We used to dream of growing old. Now we just dream by ourselves. Your messages grow small and thin, like waves that crash but don't come in. And every how was work today feels more like habit than a state. I wonder if you feel it too. The quiet miles between us two. We're falling out of time, like echoes lost in rhyme. We used to talk till morning light. Now every word just says goodnight. We're falling out of time. Your voice no longer rhymes with mine. And I can't find the part of me that used to fit so easily. Maybe love was never gone, just got tired of holding us too. Maybe hearts can't beat the same when life forgets to say our names. We're falling out of time, but I still trace the line of how you smiled, of how it felt before the colors slowly melt. We're falling out of time, but still you cross my mind. Maybe we were never wrong, just never meant to last this long. I still remember how your hand would fit in mine. We promised we'd stay, we just forgot the time. We built a world we couldn't keep. Now even dreams don't let me sleep. I tried to call, you didn't hear. I read your text and disappeared. We said it's fine, but both could tell we were pretending just too well. We kept on holding broken threads, afraid to face what silence said. How did love turn into pain? How did sunlight fade to rain? I still reach out in my sleep to a promise we couldn't keep. How could something pure and true end the way it had to do? Tell me, love, how did we end like this? stayed the same. I tried to fight but lost the flame. You looked away, I let it go. Maybe love was meant to slow. We grew apart without goodbye. We stopped asking how and why. If we had just one more night, would it change or end in fight? Will we still break the same way twice? How did laughter turn to fear? How did I love you disappear? We were fire, now we're mist. A love too strong to coexist. Tell me where the colors go when forever fades too slow. How did love that felt like bliss end up like this? Keep your letters in a drawer. I still hear your voice behind the door. Every what if burns inside. Every truth we tried to hide. We were right, just at the wrong time. How did we fall so far apart while still holding the same heart? We broke so soft it didn't sound. Just quiet love that hit the ground. You were all I used to miss, and I still dream of your last kiss. How could we end like this? Like this. The air feels colder where you stood. Your cup still waiting by the wood. The rain just stopped, the sky is pale, and silence hums like an untold tale. I keep the lights a little low, so I can feel you come and go. After you left, the world stayed still. The clock kept ticking, but I feel ill. Your name still echoes down the hall, but now it means no sound at all. After you left, the dawn was gray. The sun forgot to find its way, and I just sat where you once slept, learning how to miss you step by step. The plants you liked began to fade. The letters dried, the colors frayed. I tried to clean, but every shelf still smells like you, still feels like self. I play our songs but turn halfway. Can't face the words we used to say. After you left, the world stayed loud, but all my thoughts wear mourning shrouds. Your shoes still lie on the outer floor, like you might walk in through the door. After you left, I learned to stand without the comfort of your hand, and every breath reminds me still of love that stayed when you never will. After you left, the world stayed loud, but all my thoughts wear mourning shrouds. Your shoes still line the outer floor, like you might walk in through the door. After you left, I learned to stand without the comfort of your hand, and every breath reminds me still of love that stayed when you never will. After you left, I watched the rain wash our memories down the drain. I wrote goodbye but never sent. The words just stayed, the ink still bent. After you left, I made my bed with all the words we left unsaid. And though it hurts, I start to see that maybe this is setting free. The window hums, the curtain sways, a gentle light begins to stay. And though the nights don't cry with me, I'm learning what it means to be after you left. The walls don't echo like before. The silence doesn't ache as sore. I changed the sheets, I cleaned the floor, and maybe that's what healing's for. The light comes in, I let it stay. It warms the parts you took away. I'm learning to breathe again without your voice to pull me in. The air still trembles where you were, but it's softer now, it doesn't hurt. I'm learning to breathe again, to find my shape beneath the wind. The days don't cry, they just begin, and I'm learning to breathe again. I take my coffee slow and mild. The world feels new, a little wild. Your ghost still hums inside the rain, but peace is louder than the pain. I walk the roads we used to know, they feel less heavy as I go. I'm learning to breathe again without your eyes to pull me in. The air still trembles where you were, but it's softer now, it doesn't hurt. I'm learning to breathe again, to live without remembering when the sky's not blue, it's something new, and I'm learning to breathe again. There's comfort in the quiet now, no need for promises or vows. I plant the seeds of something small and hope it grows beyond it all. I thought I'd fade, but I remain like sunlight after rain. The past, but not behind. I'm learning to breathe again, not who I was, but who I've been. And if I fall, I'll start within, still learning to breathe again. Comfort in the quiet now, no need for promises or vows. I plant the seeds of something small and hope it grows beyond it all. On the curtains, let the light come in. Dust still dance where love had been. I talked to peace, she stayed a while. She said, you've heard feels mine, and that's just fine. Oh, I found my way, not through the start, but in the quiet of my heart. No longer lost, no need to part. I've come back home inside my heart. No need for words, no need for end. The ache is turned into a friend. The world feels soft, the day feels kind. I've made it back to peace of mind. The mirror shows a gentler face, the kind that time can't just erase. I hum a tune, the house hums too, and every note feels warm and true. The sky forgives, the wind replies. I learned that healing never lies. Oh, I found my way, not through the start, but in the quiet of my heart. No longer lost, no need to part. I've come back home inside my heart. No need for words, no need for end. The ache is turned into a friend. The world feels soft, the day feels kind. I've made it back to peace of mind. I thought I'd need someone to stay, but love was never far away. It lived in breath, it lived in art, it lived right here inside my heart. Oh, I found my way, I found my name, and life don't need to sound the same. The air is gold, the pain departs. I'm finally home inside my heart. The mirror shows a gentler face, the kind that time can't just erase. I hum a tune, the house hums too, and every note feels warm and true. The sky forgives, the wind replies. I learned that healing never lies. I thought I'd need someone to stay, but love was never far away. It lived in breath, it lived in art, it lived right here inside my heart.
Lights are still on where you'd stand. The keys still hang by your hand. I don't touch them, just let them swing. They sound like what your voice would sing. Your coffee cup still knows your name. It stains the same, it feels the same. And every time I pass that frame, the air pretends you're still in flame. That's the way it goes. We fade, but something still holds close. You're the glow left behind in light, the echo that the day rewinds. You're not here, but you still stay in everything that won't decay. You're the hum between the lines, the part of me I can't define. You didn't leave, you just turned bright. You're what's left behind in light, the light. The streets still play our same old song. I hum along, but not for long. The world keeps spinning like it should. I move the way I wish I try to talk, but words feel thin, like air that shakes but won't begin. And every laugh the city makes feels like a sound the silence fakes. And I don't fight the way I used to. The light remembers more than I do. You're the glow left behind in light, the echo that the day rewinds. You're not gone, you just turned blue like dust, still trying to be you. You're the hum beneath the night, the warmth that never needed sight. You didn't fade, you just got white. You're what's left behind in light, the light. I stopped asking where you are. The stars don't answer anyway. But sometimes when I turn off the car, I swear I hear your breath replay. You stay. You're the glow left behind in light, the quiet in the noise of life. I see your hands in every day, in every pause, in every sway. You're not gone, you're just the bright that keeps the dark from feeling right. You didn't leave, you just took flight and stayed behind in light, in light. In light. You're in the way I take my tea, 2 spoons just like you talk to me. You're in the hum of morning cars that sound the same from where you are. You're in the shirts I never fold, the jokes I've told a bit too old. You're in the rain that hits my sleeve. You left, but still you never leave. I tried to find what time erased, but love don't work that way. It's the way you stayed, in the things I never changed, in the songs I skipped too late, in the street lights after 8. It's the way you stay, like the breath I can't replace. You're not gone, you just became the echo in my name. You're in the words I almost say that stop before they lose their way. You're in the seat beside the glass, the silence hums where we would laugh. And every time I start again, you find a way to slip within. Not haunting me, not making ache, just showing up for old time's sake. And I don't fight the way I used to. You stayed in all the things I grew through. It's the way you stayed, in the way my hands still shake, in the roads I never take, in the peace I try to fake. It's the way you stay, through the nights I can't explain. You're not here, but that's okay. You're here another way. Crazy how you know spotlight never loud, just hums the night. Shows up when the city sleeps, sits beside my fading dreams. You taught me love's not built to last, but built to stay in different maps. Now when I smile, I swear it's you, the quiet part of something true. It's the way you stay, not a tear, not a parade. What life became, the gentle truth that keeps me sane. It's see your face in dreams no more, but I still stand where you stood before. Every mirror shows a trace of how you shaped the way I face. I talk softer than I used to do. I laugh the way I learned from you. Even now when I don't try, your calm still sits behind my eyes. Just real, the parts of you I couldn't kill. You, I still look for you in me, in the quiet in between, in the words I never say, in the peace I found too late. I still look for you in me, in the love I try to be. You're the part I couldn't lose, no matter what I grow into. I wear your calm when things get loud. I hide my hurt just like you taught. Sometimes I hum the songs you played without a thought. It just remains. You're not a ghost, you're just a seed that grew through cracks I didn't see. And now I bloom in shades of blue, the ones I used to share with you. And I don't wish for you to call, I just thank you for it all. I still look for you in me, not in dreams but memory. You're the quiet I became after losing half my flame. I still look for you in me, not to ache, but just to see the way you love still lives somehow. I'm just learning it right now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, you said someday I'd understand that love don't end, it just expands. Now I get it, it's in my hands. The way you move, the way you stand. You never left, you just got small, fit inside the best of all. And when I smile, it's bittersweet, 'cause part of you still breathes in me. Still breathes in me. I still look for you in me, in the way I let things be. You're the peace that I protect, the grace I keep when I forget. I still look for you in me, and maybe that's how love should be. You didn't fade, you planted deep, and I'm the field you chose to keep in me, in me. I've got to wait for you in me, in the way I let things be. You're the peace that I protect, the grace I keep when I forget. I still look for you in me, and maybe that's how love should be. You didn't fade, you planted deep, and I'm the field you chose to keep in me, in me.
The morning home feels soft again. The quiet doesn't ache the same. The plants have grown where dust once stayed. The light falls warm, it doesn't fade. I make my bed, I hum a tune, the kind you liked in late June. And though your voice is long gone through, I still find calm in missing you. I make my bed, I hum a tune, the kind you liked in late June. And though your voice is long gone through, I still find calm in missing you. And maybe this is what it means to end a love but keep it clean. And baby, this is what it means to end a love but keep it clean. It's the kind that softly stays in the quiet of the days. After silence I can breathe, learn to love what's left of me. And though the noise has gone away, the wolf decided to stay. I walk the streets we used to roam. The city sounds now feel like home. Your shadow fades beneath the dawn, but somehow it still guides me on. The songs we played now sound like mine. Their meaning changed but still aligned. You taught me love and now I see it's not a loss, it's memory. And every echo that was you still hums inside the life I grew. And baby, this is what it means to end a love but keep it clean. It's the kind that softly stays in the quiet of the days. After silence I can breathe, learn to love what's left of me. And though the noise has gone away, the wolf decided to stay. I don't wait for you no more, but I still leave space like before. Not for you to come around, but for peace I finally found. After silence I am free. You still hum inside of me, not as ache but melody that plays when I just let it be. After silence I still smile, thinking love was worth the while. And though the words have gone astray, I carry them in quieter ways. Our water plants we used to grow, they bloom in ways I'll never know. The clock still hums its steady tune, but time feels kind these afternoons. The air still smells of early rain, but now it doesn't call your name. It just reminds me how it felt to love so soft it almost melts, till almost melts. And maybe that's the way it's meant, to keep the love, not the intent. It just reminds me how it felt to love so soft it almost melts. And maybe that's the way it's meant, to keep the love, not the intent. So thank you for the quiet, for teaching me the peace and silence, for all the words we never said but somehow heard inside our heads. Thank you for the quiet, for love that never needed riot. You left but still you lit my way. I'm okay. The books you left still line the wall, their spines familiar, that's all. I read the one you never finished and smiled at how the ending wished. There's beauty in the things we keep, not everything is ours to reach. I learned that love is not to own, but something gentle, something known, but something known. And all the noise inside my chest has finally learned how to rest. So thank you for the quiet, for the calm when tears went private, for showing me the kindest end is wishing well, not trying again. Thank you for the quiet, for love that stayed in softer climates. You left but still I found my way, and I'm okay. time was small and brief. It gave me years of sweet relief. You gave me peace. So thank you for the quiet, for being home before goodbye, for teaching me the love that stays even when it walks away. Thank you for the quiet, for every word I still recite. You're gone, but still you light my way, and I'm okay. I changed the sheets, I opened blinds, let sunlight paint across my mind. The world still hums its gentle tone, and for the first time I'm not alone. I brewed the tea the way I like, no second cup, and that's alright. I smiled at how the morning sounds, like breathing without waiting round. And maybe peace just starts this way, a little step, a brighter day. I'm starting small, not chasing light, just walking slow. It still feels right, no grand returns, no broken plans, just holding life with steady hands. I'm starting small, but I can see the world still moves inside of me. And though I'm scared, I'm still allowed to start right here, right now. I called a friend I used to miss. We talked of nothing, it felt bliss. The air outside was cool and kind, and didn't ask what's on my mind. No fireworks, no golden sign, just quiet proof that I'm alive. And every scar that used to ache now tells me I know what it takes. And healing isn't loud or fast, it's learning what was meant to last. And healing isn't loud or fast, it's learning what was meant to last. I'm starting small, not chasing light, just walking slow. It still feels right, no need to prove. I've moved along, just learning where my heart belongs. I'm starting small, but I can breathe, and that's enough, at least for me. The world still waits, it's fine somehow. I'm start right here, right now. The flowers bloom without a sound, and maybe I am doing that now. Not everything needs to be seen to mean something, to be serene. I'm growing quietly. I'm starting small, but I can see the life that softly grew in me. It's not a race, it's just a phase of finding warmth in quiet days. I'm starting small, and that's okay. I'll keep the light I found today. The world can wait, I know somehow. I'm start right here, right now.